technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision.
Where are the games at?
Where are the games?
Where are the games?
It's dry. Where are the games?
I kind of keep waiting for them to do their thing.
I don't see anything.
These are easily the most pointless upgrades I've ever experienced.
What is the point of buying a console if you can just make a PC?
If you're gonna have everything on PC, why not just buy a PC and then console?
Where are the games? Where are the deadlines? Where are the projects? Where are the teases? Like, it feels weird that it's like,
Why buy consoles?
Now comes the fun part. We get to see how the development community takes advantage of that feature set.
Well, video game was a mistake. We're talking about piracy, guys. Let's see how good this video breaks down the stuff. I always saw the major comment at this up to the top. If owning your game, if having a game and owning it, then stealing is not piracy, then some crap like that. And I'm like, and all the idiots come up with stupid stuff like that, but whatever. But let's see what this person got to say.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh!
More and more studios are looking at releasing base games for $80. Not special editions, not bundles, just the standard version of a game for nearly $100.
Gaming.
Yes, because the bubbles pop. Gaming has gotten expensive. Making games has gotten expensive. No shit, Sherlock. So if it gotten expensive, it's not going to see the same price. It just ain't. And again, people are like, well, Rocksteady made the last, what was it again? The cowboy game, and they were $60 and stuff like that. Yeah. And they put a lot of microtransactions and stuff in the back end to make up most of the money, whatever. But how many studios did a clean job, put out a game, was good, didn't get received well, or did not make enough money and got shut down or something, or it became a properly received well, Tango Games, and still got shut down. Thousands and thousands of game studios got shut down between 2010 and up to 2025. They're gone. They're not there. Good talent, great talent, gone. Because that $60 from 2000 all the way up until maybe, as I would say, 2020, that was a departure from the reality of the world. You want better graphics, you want better physics engines, you want that takes money. And if you keep on raising that stuff up and getting these studios that's 200, 300 people doing a game, you have to pay them. And I'm only putting this at the top of this video because this puzzles me. You want to say, hey, the companies are greedy. They got to make the game developers, they got to pay them their share. So if they pay them their share that they're worth, and I'm not against that, don't that mean that the price is going to go up? That's literally simple business sense. If I want a better product, the price is going to go up. Literally. That's what it is. Unless you want cheap knockoff stuff, and you get out. That's why the food is cheaply made. If you go to more natural made foods and whatever, ain't the prices go up? Stuff that has less chemicals and stuff, don't the prices go up? I'm just asking. I literally made cinnamon raisin bread, right? 4 simple with 7 simple ingredients. All ingredients are simple. Homemade flour, sugar, because I grind the flour myself, but sugar, I can't do that with the sugar part. I don't even put in, like, there was a recipe that you put in cups of sugar. I only put in 2 tablespoons of sugar in my bread, and it still tastes good and whatever. Cinnamon, milk, and of course cranberry for cran raisins, yeast, and salt. 8 ingredients. Go to your local store where they're selling the bread for like $4 or $5, right? $4 or $5. And look at all the chemicals that's in there. Mine is simple. And you've seen it in the ingredients list. Okay? Now, he's going to say something, and I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to jump back in right now because I want him to. This is the farce that's gone, but let me go here.
It's $80 now. That's just the world we live in. Stop complaining.
Yes, games are going to be more $80 and more. You don't got to stop complaining because that's what it is. That's the world we live in. Yes. You got to pay for your bags. You got to pay for your bags. Look at Southwest. Southwest used to do free bags. But they're losing money. So what they got to do? Now you're paying for bags. Insurance was cheap back in 2000s and in 2010s. Now it's expensive as hell. That's the world we live in. All that crap. The only thing that's constant is change. Wizard, I've done it with your video and stuff like that. We lived in a bubble for 20 years. Good, great, enjoy it. First 10 years was good. First back 10 years was not really that great. We got the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. Then Xbox 360, the Wii, and PlayStation 3. Now we got a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One Series, Switch 1, Switch 2. I enjoy the games that I get because of whatever, but I wouldn't say the generation was all fun. That'll be a lie to people. So yes, that's what it is, sir.
What are you, poor?
The Outer Worlds
Yes.
2 will be available in 2 editions. Standard edition for $79 and a premium edition for $99.
Oh my God, $70 for? Well, is it worth that? Let's look at this. I'm not gonna buy the game, but let me look at it as if this is a game I was gonna buy. Because I've done this multiple times and I'm still doing it to this now. Unless I see that a game has, I'll give you an example. Just give you two examples. So let's go with that. If the game's worth it, and did it locked off a lot of good stuff in the premium version, then my answer will be I'm not buying the game. And I've done it over and over and over in my lifetime. Nintendo games really don't do that much, but I've done it with third-party games and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what? I don't care no more than blah, blah, blah. If I could get a good solid game and the editions are just like skins and crap and all other stuff, I'll buy the standard edition. I've done that multiple times as well too. That's what I do. It doesn't bother me. Like me, I'll give you an example. Now, like I said, Sakura Rise of Ruin. I bought the special edition like twice because I'm going to send it to somebody 3 times just so I can help people, whatever. I like the special edition. I enjoyed it. I bought it. I thought it was worth it. I also bought the regular standard edition to give to other people because it was a good game. I bought Sakura Rise of Ruin about 5 to 6 times because I thought it was a really good game. I stand behind. I speak with my wallet. I want that game to do well, so that's what I did. If I don't think the game is worth it, I don't spend it. That's simple. Buy what you like. Don't buy what you don't like. That's literally the answer to this video. But let's dig deeper.
And 99 cents.
Genuinely starting to get worried about what this means for the long tail of this hobby.
I'm sick of BS. I'm sick of DRM. I'm sick of paying for a game and not even actually owning it.
Video game piracy is making a comeback as more and more people are realizing that game studios are just greedy, lazy, sneaky corporations who would do anything to drain every penny they possibly can from your wallet. Take Nintendo for example. Their Mario Kart series that used to cost $50 to $60 now costs $80 for a digital copy. This game alone costs more.
And a physical copy. You don't have to buy the game. You don't have to buy the games. So let me get this straight. And again, this is how stupid this argument is. But people will say, oh, well, you're just a corporate shell, blah, blah, blah. Let's logically go through this. The game is too expensive. Well, I'm not going to buy it. And then the company would feel hurt the pain. But then you want the game, but you steal it. and then you still ain't gonna get the game later on because if the studio closed down, how you gonna get the game? It's a no win-win situation. It's still stupid. I would go with the easy route. I don't put money in their I don't put money in their pocket, and I speak that way. But I'm not gonna steal their game because I want to play the game still. That's even worse. And then you're like, oh man, Metroid was this. But you pirate the friggin' Metroid Dread when it came out, and you want more Metroid games? How did that work? How does that work? What common sense does that make?
Than some of your favorite high-budget games like Last of Us, Elden Ring, Spider-Man, even God of War Ragnarok, with some of the best visuals and story you'll ever find in a high-budget game, costs less money than Mario Kart.
Yes, because it's subsidized by certain things, but that's gonna change. Nintendo knows it's gonna happen, but it's not only Nintendo. Other companies know that. That bubbles pop is going to happen. And also, since 2012, y'all been playing for money again. Early access, the DLC, the microtransactions, all the other stuff. Again, Grand Theft Auto. You think everybody know? Barely people, I didn't say barely. I would say half of people talking about the shark cards and all that dumb shit that they did, but they want Grand Theft Auto, so they'll do what they gotta do. I am gonna see all these people. When I see all these people big videos when Grand Theft Auto come out and maybe say the game is $100, are we gonna see that? And then if that's the case, are you gonna buy the game?
Hunting.
Wow. Hey, man. The gay agenda.
What's
Nintendo
that?
is pushing their customers to an edge where the other side is the high seas.
The high seas. Nintendo's pushing them to the edge. I still can't find a Switch 2 in stores. So, edge smidge. What are you thinking of? But whatever. Nintendo, as Kanoshi says, and a lot of people say for my YouTube, Nintendo's the bad guy, even though the other companies did some of this stuff first, but nobody wants to call them out. And I don't understand this love for third parties. I don't understand love for the game. Like, I respect Capcom for certain things they do, but I don't follow them I don't follow them really great because I know they got this scheming stuff. I would like a game like again, Ubisoft. I like Prince of Persia Lost Crown. Good game. I like Starlink. Good game. I like the Raven Rabbits. Raven Rabbits games in the past, yes. And also the Mario spin-off game, the 2 spin-off games. Good games. Do I buy King of Thieves and all the other Ubisoft games? They're franchise sellers? No. Because I don't think they're good games. So I don't like it, so I don't buy them. But some of you guys, they want to buy the smaller games like I just listed because you think, this kiddie not good, blah, blah, you want big things. So they don't make no more Prince of Persia game because of that. Again, like I said before, no win situation. Freaking hell.
You missed me, fool. Oh, I didn't see you there. I was too busy playing one of the greatest games of all time on a console that is one of the greatest, if not the greatest.
Pirating Nintendo games is totally valid and it's okay, and anyone who says it isn't needs a change of perspective or just some education.
But the
fuck you. Literally fuck you. Stealing games is, no matter what company it is, stealing games ain't cool. Because again, if somebody steal from you and your job and you lose money, you will be pissed the fuck off. I swear you grown ass men it's like little children's. If they steal from my company, I'm an architect. If companies steal from my company and I can't make money, then I ain't got a job. You asshole. Jeez. Whiny baby bitches.
Worst part is they're probably the least guilty in this current movement of profit over customer bandwagon. In Ordinary Gamer's video about Ubisoft, he talked about a game, The Crew, which he bought to play with the boys. When he logged in to activate the game to play it one more time, he was greeted with a message to let him know that the game which he bought with his hard-earned money had been shut down.
Why?
Well, duh, because it was the only online access game. And again, I already did a video about him saying he talked shit about Nintendo, but then still bought a console. Fucking hell. Again, you YouTubers are crazy. I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, I don't buy only online games either. That's a hell hard no. And I'm not going to pirate it because if I don't like it, why would I even? It's not even worth pirating.
Check the store to pursue your adventures. Remember that game you bought?
If he worked as a teacher in Mississippi, it would have cost him multiple hours of work to save up enough money to buy this game, which Ubisoft took away from him and thousands of other players because they wanted to save money.
What a stupid analogy. If he was a teacher in Mississippi with what? Oh my God. An emphasis of whatever.
Literally cannot even experience it. The game is effectively just lost media. And for some reason, Ubisoft...
Oh yeah, Trip. The delisted is that's what it was. Delisted. That's the name of the thing we were looking for. So it's delisted. Oh, good grief.
Is okay with that. This can't be legal.
If you go on YouTube, you'll find people who were randomly cut off in real time in the middle of the gameplay. All the money spent on this game, all the time invested customizing the perfect racing car, and the memories built in...
Maybe you should not buy always online games. But again, whatever. So you're going to pirate it. Go right ahead. It's like your answers is right there in your face, motherfuckers.
The process all gone in an instant. Over 10 games like this have had online service shut down from them just this year alone. If you bought any of these games, you'll find that they're either harder or straight. The memories built in the process all gone in an instant. Over 10 games.
Let me see here. Assassin's Creed 2, 360. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Mac. Assassin's Creed Liberation HD, PlayStation and 360. Assassin's Creed Revelation, PC. Heroes Might and Magic 5, PC. Nisus, PC. Splinter Cell Conviction, 360. News, PC. Trials Revelation, PC. Ghost Recon Future Soldier, PC. Alright, kids, let's use our brain. Most YouTubers tell you buy a PC game. Buy a Steam Deck. Buy a PC. Why buy a Switch? When it could shut down your games, you don't know nothing. Nintendo Sobeka, you don't know nothing. Mario Kart, I own it. Mario Kart World, I bought it, I own it. Yes, $80, but I own it. I don't need the internet to lock it off. It could, even if it's delisted, I still could play it. I just did a video proving about the keycard situation. I could put in Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door into my Switch, brand new, without the internet, and still play the game. Now, would it have most of the the bugs would be problem and everything? Yeah, there'll be some bugs in there, yeah, but I can still play the game and have fun because mostly I'm a single player person. Splatoon has a lot of updates, but the main game, which I play the most, the single player, still play and I have fun with that. I own that. Sorry for me. But go ahead to the PC Master Race, where again, you don't own nothing, so the argument is mute.
This have had online service shut down from them just this year alone. If you bought any of these games, you'll find that they're either harder or straight up impossible to play, leading many people to believe that it's actually better to pirate games illegally than purchase them legally. And for people outside the US, things get even worse. If you bought a movie ticket in the US, it would cost you $10 to $20 on average, depending on the theater. But if you bought the same ticket in a country like Brazil, where the average household income is relatively lower, you'll spend the dollar equivalent of $3.50 to $8 tops. In India, it gets much lower, down to $2. But for video games, it's a completely different...
Yes, because it's called you live in a different fucking country. What's wrong with people? It's called. Oh my God. All people are stupid. That's how it works. I've seen it myself with airplane tickets. If you could, this is kind of bad, but it's not the same anyway. You're still buying the product with the money, whatever. If you go and have what do you call it, a VPN, and you go to a different country, you buy a plane ticket. Most of the times, not all the time, but most of the time you get like $50 at the most. I'll tell you the truth, that's from what I've seen done and things. You get for $50 mostly. Sometimes you get 100 and sometimes you get 150, depends on the time and your flight and everything. But you get you get that much money less because you was in a different country. Yes, that's how it works. Again, sorry, America and London and the EU, those are the strongest currency in the world. So we're gonna take the brunt of the hit.
Different story. An $80 copy of Mario Kart is $80 worldwide, regardless of how much people make in other countries. And it's
okay. And they established that that's what they want to do. You don't have to buy the game, so don't buy the game. Hell, you can play Mario Kart 8 on your Switch 2 if you have a Switch 2, or don't buy a Switch 2, keep your Switch 1 and play Mario Kart. Or if you have a Wii U, play Mario Kart, the original Mario Kart on Wii U and have fun with it. It's cheap. Why not do that?
not just Nintendo. Other video games do this as well. In my research, I found a post of a user from Thailand who expressed that game prices in their country have stayed at the same rate with the US since 2017, despite their people earning 90% less than them. In India, game prices when adjusted for the average Indian household is still relatively higher than many gamers can afford. These problems have created a moral dilemma for many people to justify piracy.
इंडिया में गेम्स बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपेंसिव है एज कम्पेयर टू द वेस्ट। यहाँ बहुत से एडल्ट्स भी हैं जो कि गेमर्स हैं एंड अर्न भी करते हैं, बट उनके भी अपने काफी सारे एक्सपेंसेस होते हैं जिन्हें कॉम्प्रोमाइज करके वो वीडियो गेम पे खर्च नहीं कर सकते। इसी कारण से गेमिंग को एंजॉय करने के लिए उन्हें पायरेटेड गेम्स ट्राई करने पड़ते हैं।
Especially when you consider the fact that most games today are just cash cows for studios to milk more revenue from their players while offering.
Well, don't buy those games. Those are the games that y'all buy, and then that's where the route. Again, money follows trends. If you buy those games as trends, what you expect gonna happen? That's why we got more digital. Again, 80% of games in America are bought digitally. So that's why there's digital game more than physical games. Go figure.
Little value in return. The FIFA released every year is the exact same with a new word slapped on it. The Black Ops released every year is the exact same with another new word slapped on it.
And that's why I don't buy those games. I used to work for EA. I was a part of EA to FIFA 2006 and 2010. I know what it is. And the last FIFA I bought was 2006 World Cup. That's the last FIFA game I bought. Never ever bought a FIFA game ever again. Even though I get money from it in 2010, I didn't bought it. No. So if I go there, why don't you put your brains together and not do that?
And the NBA games that release every year are literally the exact same with a new price slapped on it. Companies have realized that if they just slap a new marketing slang on a game, they could sell it over and over again, which is
let me back it up and let it go through, because he might say something now I think is going to be stupid. Let me go back a little bit.
Every year is the exact same with a new word slapped on it. The Black Ops released every year is the exact same with another new word slapped on it. And the NBA games that release every year are literally the exact same with a new price slapped on it. Companies have realized that if they just slap a new marketing slang on a game, they could sell it over and over again, which should never have been in the first place. If you played a game...
No, it's not. No, it's not. They made a product. See, this is why I say customer instead of consumer. If they make a product, dude, you don't have to fucking buy the thing. You don't. And also, if Dragon goes listen to this is the kind of thing I'm doing this for fun and seeing the stupid. I don't care about gaming. I don't. So my passion, my voice is for emphasis on this because how stupid some of these arguments are. That's where my passion comes from. People are stupid, individuals smart. Be a smart individual because good God, people are stupid. You don't buy it. It's that simple. You don't buy it. Damn it.
Like San Andreas, back in the good days of gaming, it was simple. You could own it, you could share it, and most importantly, it did not require you to spend any extra money to enjoy the full experience of the game. Today, with video...
Yeah, I bought Mario Kart 8. I could cater to my sister's house. I could cater to my cousin's house and play. I could take it on a vacation and we played someplace else. It's $80, but I could do the exact same thing you just said.
Everything is a transaction.
We can do that? We can do whatever we want.
Everything is a transaction.
On what's...
So, on that, hypothetically, does that mean we could, I don't know, charge $1,000?
The real money in video games is not from people buying games at this point, but rather from the macro transactions within those games, costing some players to spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars to be able to fully enjoy the experience. Look at Star Wars.
Point taken. Point taken.
For example, to get this game at launch like everybody else, it would have cost you $70. But here's where it gets interesting. If you wanted to play it just 3 days earlier, you would have had to pay almost double the original price for the...
See what I'm talking about? There's no game worth early access. None. Not a one, not a different. But y'all want to play. What is it? You want to pay $129 and you're bitching about Nintendo playing Mario Kart 8 game a full game? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Exact same
You basically pay almost twice the price of the game and you get to play 3 days ahead of time?
It's pretty clear where the priority for these studios are today, and it doesn't...
Easy. They want to make money just like you want to make money, like everybody make money. Y'all think Mr. Krabs is greedy. Oh, no. Everything revolves around money. You want money. You need money to live your life. You got bills to pay. Water bill, power bill, electricity bill, internet bill. You have those, you have your essentials. It takes money. It's all about the dollar. He's correct. It's all about the money. Here's the thing though. As a customer, you don't have to buy everything the damn company says. So if you don't want to buy Mario Kart 8, don't buy Mario Kart 8. If you don't want to buy Nintendo's new console, don't buy it. Just like I don't see nothing amazing about Xbox, so I don't buy Xbox. I don't buy Game Pass because none of the games, I don't own none of the games anyway, and I'm not playing it, so I don't buy it. And when people talk about, oh, Xbox coming up with, oh, we partnered with AMD, and we're going to give you this new experience and blah, blah, blah. Wait, didn't you? I looked at it last night. Xbox One, AMD. You partner with AMD like it's a new thing. The Xbox One S and the Series, AMD. Am I missing something here? You partnered with AMD, but you were partnered with AMD in the past? Xbox. Come here. Give us games. That's all I'm asking for. Give me games that makes me feel like I want to buy the console. You know why I bought PlayStation 5? Even though, sadly, so many games going to PC and everything, but I am a more console person than a PC person, even though I could build my own PCs, and my PC rig can handle most majority of the games, but I don't like to sit in front of a monitor because I do it for my real job as an architect. You know why I play a PlayStation game? Because Astro Bot's fun, and a lot of PlayStation 4 games that I didn't play. I got 5 PlayStation 4 games, 5 PlayStation 5 games. That's what I got. And like I said, Metaphoric, the one from Atlas, the Metaphoric whatever game, I pronounced it wrong. If they don't come to the Switch, then I'll basically buy it on the PlayStation 5. So that'll be 11 games I got. So there are games on the PlayStation 5 that I like to buy. There's no games on the Xbox that's worth for me to buy. Tango games, that game with the Tango game, the game that they had with that Hi-Fi Rush, that was fun. That looked like a fun game, but I need more games than that to buy a console. Excuse me. That's an indie. I give indies an excuse because they're indies.
Not seem like it's getting any better anytime soon. If you were among the few people that wanted to play the new Assassin's Creed on release day, it would have cost you 85% more than you normally would have paid if you just waited for an extra 3 days.
That is extraordinarily anti-consumer.
No, that is pro-consumer. You want the game, you're gonna buy it, so you're gonna consume it. So they raise the money because you want to consume. Just consuming is a bad idea. Be a customer and say, no, I want the base game, or be like me. Fuck that, I ain't buying none of that shit.
Like, increasing the amount of money just to play the game when it fucking releases is absurd.
The excessive monetization of video games to the...
And who let it go? You gamers did. Streamers, this is mostly towards streamers. This is where they came up with that thing, because streamers stream it, bring more popularity, they want the first in and everything. This is mostly to YouTubers and Twitch streamers and all the other stuff. So it's kind of funny that y'all are destroying your own thing that y'all created.
Point where people are going in debt for studios, combined with the constant inflation of game prices, ignited the fire for piracy all over again. Coupled with the fact that we're going in debt for studios, combined with the constant inflation of game prices, ignited the fire
is absurd.
The excessive monetization of video games to the point where...
Let me see. Gamers spend thousands of dollars on a video game skin, and the next thing I was... Wait. I should feel boo-hoo for this motherfucker? Game over. I spent $1,000 on video game skins. Next thing, I was $100,000 in debt. When I end up in court, I knew I must stop. Sir, you're stupid. You just paid the stupid tax. That is the definition of a consumer. $100,000 if I had an emergency, I got sickness, I had to go to the doctor, I had to do a surgery, that I get, I have no problem, we help him out. You pay thousands on game skins? Not the game. Game skins. Get the actual woo out of here. This is the point I'm talking about. Dude, you're proving my point more better than your point of piracy. Holy smackaroni. I don't want to hear shit from anybody else. You want to pirate games because an asshole went and spent $100,000 on video game skins? Bad enough you spent $100,000 on a game. I would still bash you as much. But skins? Fuck out of here with that.
People are going in debt for studios, combined with the constant inflation of game prices, ignited the fire for piracy all over again. Coupled with the fact that many studios simply do not care about the quality of their games anymore and would rather...
Then don't buy the games that's bad. That's simple. Holy shit, that's simple.
An unfinished game as long as it makes a quick buck, then spend extra resources perfecting a game for your satisfaction. You can see why people are upset.
Oh my god.
Not really. I don't know why you're upset. If the food tastes bad, why are you going back to buy shitty food? You had me once. You fucked me over once. I ain't buying your shit again. But y'all keep on going back for the same shitty food.
Was this game worth it? Does that answer your question?
Literally, Penguin Zero, what I said. You proven my point, you asswipe. You will play a game that you don't think is good for streaming to make money. So there you go. You prove my point. Even though I did videos in the past, you prove my point, you piece of shit. You literally prove my point. Thank you. Thank you, Penguin Zero. You prove my point.
This is clearly not a finished game.
Yes!
No shit. So where you buy it?
For these reasons, people are choosing piracy, illegal sites that let you download, own, and play games for free without limitation. And game studios are not taking it lightly. That's why whatever you do on the internet, don't be an idiot. Use a secure VPN. That's where Pure VPN comes in. Pure VPN is... He talked about a man who created a website called ROM Universe and let people download Nintendo games for free,
which is illegal. Matthew would run this site for a while, people would go download their free Nintendo games, and what made it worse, you could pay Matthew a subscription to get faster download speeds, which made Matthew $30,000 every single year. Now, if you're Nintendo, seeing all of that go down, your first thought is, we don't like that, let's sue Matthew. And they did just that. Nintendo took Matthew to court and ordered him to pay $2.1 million for allowing everyone to download Nintendo games for free on his website.
Game studios are cracking down on...
After many times of they telling him stop it, and he didn't stop it because he likes money.
Piracy fast, as they believe it is eating into their profits, causing them to underpay their developers and becoming a bigger threat to the entire industry than
it is. Any industry would do this.
Anticipated. Piracy doesn't just eat into their profit, it ruins their entire business model, especially when you consider the fact that we're moving into a new era of gaming, where studios like Ubisoft prefer to own the games they sell while renting us access, and you can see how piracy interferes with this agenda.
Boom, boom, boom! All of them talking about the fact that, yes, they are reaffirming this, that we do not own our games.
If piracy gives players full access to game files, studios aren't just losing money, they're also losing something even more valuable: data. Data that is key to shaping more addictive and engaging games, and in this attention economy, data is king. It tells studios what to change in their games to make it more enjoyable. It tells the studios the social and psychological habits of their players. There is so much data, companies...
Every corporation does this. Cars, airlines, food.
Collect during a gameplay that have raised a few concerns over the years, but without it, they lose the insights that fuel their creative decisions. And without good creative decision, it turns back and bites them twice.
You deserve the best. At Harbor Freight.
And without good creative decision, it turns back and bites them twice. As it is, game studios are already losing millions per year and can't afford to lose more to piracy. In 2024 alone, Ubisoft reported an operating loss of over $177 million, Blizzard over $1.6 billion, and EA Games over $6 billion in stock valuation. But that does not mean studios are dying. In fact, what they lose to bad games, they always almost make back in ridiculous charges, inflated game prices, and microtransactions. Hence we see...
The socially accepted way of behaving in your game should be paid.
Microtransaction trend isn't going anywhere, as Electronic Arts brought in $5.6 billion in its latest earning results, highlighting the resilience of this evergreen business model.
Unlike most...
So instead of piracy, how about you don't pay microtransactions? It's not that hard, people. It's not that hard to not pay for microtransactions. Good grief. Can you guys not just drop the wallet?
Industries. Video games offer something uniquely powerful: true escapism. The ability to immerse into another world and leave reality behind in a way few other mediums can match.
Correct.
If your pants grow, I'm leaving. I think that's it.
Oh my god, you turned black!
I didn't even notice.
What's wrong, cuz?
That's why the average gamer spends over $1,000 a year on video games. It's also why some of the world's biggest companies like Netflix and Apple are investing heavily into video games. It is because of this vast potential that studios are doing everything they can to stop piracy. Apart from the "you wouldn't steal a car" ad propaganda that companies tried when piracy was just popping off, there are other measures studios have taken over the years to stop pirates, like the use of anti-piracy screens designed to punish people for playing pirated games. For example, people who pirated Spyro back in the 2000s noticed that the dialogue was different between the playable character Spyro and the supporting character Zoe. If you bought the game, Zoe sounded something like this.
This Rhinoc is too big to charge. You'll have to flame him using the circle button.
But in the pirated copy, she sounded more like this instead.
I'm sorry, Spyro, but you seem to be playing a hacked version of this game.
Some games introduced features specifically designed to either guilt trip players or deliberately frustrate them to the point where the experience becomes unbearable, like the glitching motorbike in Batman Asylum, the chicken shooting gun in Crisis Warhead, and probably the most hilarious one is Red Alert 2, which would immediately blow up everything you have within a few seconds of starting a pirated version of the game. But all of these actions did not stop.
Yeah, but only Nintendo's on who cares about piracy. The lies.
Piracy. In fact, some even suggest that these messages actually increased piracy behavior by 18% in men, as frustrating them from pirating only made them want to pirate even more. Game studios are starting to accept that piracy will never fully disappear, so now they're making one final move. It's called subscription gaming. You've probably seen it already, or even subscribed to one, like Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, or EA Play. Unlike pirated games we have today, subscription services require an active online account, which gives game publishers far more control over everything. That's the real goal studios seem to want to pursue here. It's not just about selling games, but turning players to monthly recurring revenue for as long as possible, maximizing revenue from each player until investors are satisfied. Compared to a one-time purchase of $60 or $70 or even $100, subscriptions offer studios the kind of income that is predictable because it does not require new sales to make money, and most importantly, it comes with no extra cost to game studios. But it doesn't stop there. These studios strip away ownership, as buying a game subscription for Star Wars means you're not buying the game, you're renting access to said game. Once you stop paying, you lose everything forever. It also means piracy becomes far more difficult, as their always online requirements allow companies to detect and shut down unauthorized access to their games more easily. They may not have been able to convince people to stop piracy, but maybe they can force them instead. And by keeping everything online, studios gain more than just reduced piracy. They gain more of the data they need about their players. Then there's the monetization potential. Just like Netflix, Spotify, Adobe, YouTube Premium, and all the countless other subscription services out there, subscription gives gaming companies the ability to raise prices, introduce ad-supported tiers like YouTube is doing now with Premium, or gatekeep content at any time. And it's already happening. Both PlayStation and Xbox are rumored to raise prices again after they previously raised prices last year.
It's official, guys. Xbox is raising their prices, and
they're raising the price on consoles, controllers, headsets, games.
They market
I'm getting back on track with
controllers, headsets, games.
They market it as a convenient option for gaming, but if they're totally honest about everything, the shift isn't just about convenience. It's about consolidating power in the industry and maximizing as much profit as they possibly can. And in the process, it's slowly eroding the artistry and independence that once defined gaming. Validating the vision, you will own nothing and you will be happy.
Everything is a subscription. You don't own anything anymore.
what happened to the days where you could just buy something and then that was it. That was it. That was the end of it. You never had to sign up to anything. There was no app for it. You just bought the thing.
It went away when gamers wanted digital. They wanted convenience, all for practicality. And so does the subscription stuff. That's what people choose. So you choose that. And then when it happens, you're surprised that they follow the trend. Money. Streamers is mostly half of the problem too. And that's what happened.
and that was it.
I hate that everything is a subscription now. Like, there are some things that are not meant to be a subscription.
I'm so sick of them. I'm tired. Like, it started with streaming services and it seemed like a good idea, right? It was like, okay, cool. Instead of buying DVDs, I can just pay X dollars a month and I can get all these shows. But now they're starting to take away the shows and there's 900 subscription services for things.
I want you to leave me alone. I want to give you the amount of money that you asked for to make the game, and then just have you be out of the transaction entirely. Once I buy this, there's no umbilical cord between you and I. We're done with our transaction.
We're entering a new era of gaming where physical media is being eroded out of existence as many game studios push for digital copies through subscriptions. People are
because gamers buy more than anything else.
finding stores clearing their shelves from physical games, and studios could not be happier. I figured the best way to end this is to highlight the fact that piracy started when it became more convenient than buying. The frustration that led people to piracy is the same one leading them back to it again. Ubisoft has become a primary target for piracy for even mentioning the fact that gamers do not own their games. That's why online forums, Telegram channels, and Facebook groups have been created to empower people to pirate again. If studios really want to move past piracy, they need to give people a reason to stop, not just try to force them.
Please.
If music could fix piracy by making it both convenient and affordable, why can't gaming?
Are you ready?
Hold up, music ain't fix that problem, dude. I know that because I'm in the music industry. Music ain't fix that problem, but whatever. Your argument is mute. Music makes less money now than back in the day because of streaming. And more customers do that, then they pirate them, they copy the songs and blah blah blah. Yeah. I love gamers. You got to love gamers, literally. Throw the baby bit out the bathwater. But, and again, pirate the games. And then the studios were shut down. So you want the studio shut down? Then alright. Do it. Don't care. I'll enjoy my games when I got. Remember, there's no perfect games. Perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy games on all consoles, including PC. We're gonna kill this hobby. This is why I say I don't care no more. We're gonna kill this hobby and make it really, really a bad hobby. So, find the games that you go physically own, buy them, so you own them, and keep on playing games. That's what I'm doing. Peace out.